Welcome guys to a new video. Today, very different content from the content I usually make. Today I'm going to show you how I make my thumbnails. So a lot of people have been asking me, Maury, your thumbnails, they look nice. How do I do them like you do them? So I was like, yeah, let's do a little tutorial. So this is going to be straightforward. I use Photopea for my thumbnails because I'm broke. I don't have Photoshop, but you could use Photoshop. It's the same exact thing. It's just a free version of Photoshop, basically, if you didn't know what Photopea is. On Photopea, you just do new project. Obviously, you want to get the YouTube thumbnail. Make sure that you have a transparent background because that helps you with PNGs and stuff. So what I first do for my thumbnails is I add an image of a background, a Minecraft background, or whatever. So I have a lot of files in my computer. I have a screenshot files with a bunch of stuff that I like to use. So with shaders, I made one. I made a file with a bunch of screenshots with shaders. If you know how to make those little screenshots, I could make a tutorial for that too, but I mean, it's just, you go on Minecraft, you take a screenshot with a shader, you put your FOV on like 30, it's pretty easy. What I usually like to do is I like to add a blur to the image of the like screenshot, so you can, if you want to modify the image, if you don't know how to use Photoshop or Photopea, you just go with the little, you know, corners here, you can just modify it like this. If you want to add a filters, I'd like to add a blur, so I'll go in blur, Gaussian blur, and here you have a cool feature which allows you to like put big blur or just a small blur. So I usually put it at 5, 4.9, 5, 3 maybe, and here you can see I have a little blur, so the image is nice, looking clean. Then after that, I like to add a one of my 3D models that I made with Blender. So I'm gonna show how to make the 3D models in just a second. So I have a folder with a bunch of models that I made. So I have some without lights, I have some with light. I'm gonna show you how to add the light after I show you how to do the Blender thing. Alright, I'm recording this a couple days later from what I recorded before, but I'm gonna show you in this little section how to make your own Blender like 3D renders with your skin. So it's really nice to make, and I'll show you how to make them. So you first want to be loading up Blender, obviously. So when you're on Blender, you want to delete the cube that's there, because every time you load Blender, there's going to be a cube. You want to go over here, film, and so basically this render thing, then film, then transparent, you want to click on this, and then you want to click on this little option over here, which is going to make your project transparent, and you want that the background of your project is going to be transparent. You want that for your renders. When you're done doing this, you want to be loading your skin. So I will give out a tutorial on how to install MC Prep, which is basically a plugin that you put on Blender, which allows you to put skins and mobs on Blender from Minecraft. That allows you to do that. So I don't remember how to do it personally, so I'm just gonna send you guys on another tutorial on how to do it, because I swear to God I just don't remember how to do it. What you want to be doing when you have MC Prep set up on your Blender is you want to load a mob. So you go in mob spawner, then you go down, 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 until you find simple player, slim, or simple player. So it depends on the type of skin you want. We're gonna spawn it, and it's gonna give us something like this, which is a bit ugly, which is basically Alex or Steve, depending on whatever you take. And then you're gonna do skin from username. You're gonna type your username. So for me, it's obviously Maury7_ because that's my username. And here we have our skin, which is nice. Now, what do you want to do is add some lighting to your skin. So basically, you have a skin that doesn't really have lights. You want to add lights to this. So you go and add, and then you go in light here, and you want to take the area one, because that's basically the best one that you can get. So to move objects in Blender, if you did not know, you click on the object and then you go over move, and here you can move it with the little arrows that are around. And if you want to modify it more, you can also do something like this. So where it points out, where the light points out, just you can modify it like this. What I usually do with my skin renders is I put one directly like in the face, but a bit from the top, like I just did here. Get a second one that I put a really small kind of looking one facing down that I put right over the head like this. Maybe that's a bit too strong, so usually what I do is I put it bigger so the light is a bit less strong, a bit like that, right? You see what I'm looking at right there? A bit like this. And the last one would be so yeah, I put three total lights. The last one would be over in the bottom, so like over here, pointing at the head. So I'm gonna pointing at the head from behind, so like that, which will make the skin look a bit better than no lights. And yeah, that's for the lighting. Then for the cam, you can use a camera mode in Blender. So I have specific settings to use the cam, but if you go in your hotkeys settings in Blender, you can specifically know what keys are set for to use the camera on Blender. So I will let you guys verify that by your own. To play around and move, it's the same keys. So to move, it's WSDA like always on video games, and to go up and down, so down is Q and E is up. And yeah, to be able to move in camera mode, it's shift and then like comma on your computer, on your keyboard. So yeah, and as soon as you're done modifying the camera, you can also modify the skin, the pose that it has. So what you want to do to modify the pose of the skin, very important, you click on the skin, so the little bones here, you can modify them. You go in, you see there's object mode here, you go in pose mode, and with that you can modify every little piece of your skin. So over here I could just modify it by clicking on either move or rotate. So rotate allows you to do stuff like this, which is nice. So if ever I want my little character here to be shrugging, I can just do something like this, like, oh no, I have no idea what is going on, ooh la la. See, like, I can do something like this. I can modify the head, I can modify the body, basically every bone. What if I do something like this? I just keep it like that. This is my skin, I want it exactly rendered like that, because that's how I want it in my thumbnail. I can just go here, click on render, render image, and then you will have the skin with the camera view that is modified as you want. So how you save it is simple. You just go in image, save as, and here you name it however you want. Alright, and this is how you basically make them 3D renders for your thumbnails. So yeah, more from the past, and now I'm going to show you how to modify them and making them really nice in Photopea. So yeah, after you're done creating your skin, you want to put it obviously on top. So here you just put it on top. To do the light of the skin, very important part, because that's what makes the skin looks amazing. So see, now it looks shit. You want it to make it look better, so you right click, blending options. Here you want to go in inner glow, right? You click on inner glow, you put that to white, and you put it to, wait, let me test. Normal's kind of ugly. I usually like it on overlay. I think overlay is the best one. You want it opacity kind of big, spread not too big, size obviously not too big. I'd put it at 10 max. But obviously, depending on what image you have, what skin or what like object you have, you want to modify those. So spread, size, opacity, blend mode, that's what you want to modify. The other ones, kind of useless to modify. I don't see the point really. Then afterwards, you want to go and number one boundary, you want to modify gradient overlay. Sorry, I didn't know how to pronounce that, but you want to select the color dodge mode, opacity at like less than 50%, right? You don't want it to be over 50, because if not, it just looks like a fucking angel shit heaven type of looking like. But I usually keep it at 50 to 45. For this image, I'll do 50. Angle, you want it at 90. You want it coming from the top, obviously. If you want it coming from down, I mean, you can test it, but like, see, it looks different. I like it from the top much more. Other than that, you want to add a shadow, obviously, because for your skins, sometimes it's nice to have a shadow. So I like to put the size a bit bigger, so you see it doesn't like it isn't like as big as the skin distance. Kind of like to play with that too. So something like that kind of looks decent. Now we want to add some text to our thumbnail. So I downloaded a Minecraft font. I would recommend having the Minecraft font on your PC, on your desktop, to use every time, because for some reason, like, Photopea doesn't like understand that you have it on your computer. You have to load it every time, so make sure it's on your desktop. So I think I'm gonna go with this, cause for my my new video thumbnail. So now obviously, what do you want to do here? How to modify the color? You just go over here and modify it by doing so. I'm gonna put it red, cause I like red. Now I do want it under my skin, so yeah, we'll have to modify that later, but for now I'll just leave it here to make it look really nice and shiny. Use the same stuff that we've used before, so gradient overlay, inner glow. You could use the color overlay, but it just and the drop shadow, obviously. And something that you really want is the 3D. So in the 3D, make sure that it's -90, so it's down. Keep to normal. The distance and then everything, you should keep it like this. Depends if it's big or not, obviously, but for the color, you want to make it so it's like less bright, really like more dark than the original color of your text, so it looks like some sort of shadow or like 3D effect. See here, it kind of looks pretty decent already, but it's not decent enough. I'm going to modify the inner glow. So after a little tweaking, I have come to this. So inner glow, those settings, gradient overlay, those settings. So I've modified a bit of the angle. It looks a bit better with the modifications. I put a little tiny bit of outer glow, just a little smush. Drop shadow, these are the settings, and 3D. So like I've showed you before, I didn't modify those, but yeah, separate your text, so it would be like did, you know what I mean? Where's the, okay. So something like this could be nice. What I like to do, which you're gonna see a lot in my thumbnails, is I duplicate the texts and make the opacity really lower for some sort of like effect. So I like to do it like at least 3 times. Make sure that your copy is under the real one, obviously. After that, we can add more details. So in the video I talk about cinema. So good thing with Photopea is that you don't have to download the images. I will add this clap over here. So we're obviously going to add our settings to this thing, so it looks decent. All right, so yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty much done with the thumbnail. As soon as you're done, what you want to do is export as PNG. You could export it with another, type of a file, but I do recommend PNG because that's the best quality. So you call it whatever you want. So I'm gonna call it whatever I want, and put it in wherever you want on your PC, obviously. So yeah, you can see there's a slight difference between what we had before, what we have now. So it's really nice to see what we've done. Like, see, the lighting does make a huge difference. For the thumbnails, I'd recommend doing those before you do your thumbnails. This is why I have a file with those already like made with the lighting. But you can still use those and then modify them as soon as you're doing the thumbnail. But yeah, you can do what you really what you want. So yeah, that's basically how I do my thumbnails and how I make them look kind of nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.